our agenda. And then, yeah, our topic today will be Guardians Among Us. And please note that by joining our meeting, you agree you agree for us to access your photo and video. And please have your video switched on and keep your mic on mute if you are not speaking. And please note that this meeting will be recorded. Sure.
Uh, Thank you, Toastmaster Kid. So, first and foremost, I'd like to thank and welcome uh, DTM Saiful Ikram from Shah Toastmasters Club, who has joined us, and also from Motorola Penang Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Joshua Lim, Presentation Mastery 4, for joining our meeting tonight. So, our theme for tonight is Guardians Among Us, which amply describes that sometimes we may not realize it, but we will always have someone or more than one person always looking out for us, even in plain sight. Amply, word of the day is also guardian. So, without further ado, I officially open the meeting and will pass the meeting to Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you.
TME, you are muted.
Teng Leong, your mic is muted.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, the theme of today is Guardian Among Us, and the word of today is guardian. Guardian means someone who protect, watch over, and take care of someone or something. Yeah, next. Okay, I would like to give a history lesson of Toastmaster International. Toastmaster International is by Dr. Love, Samly, as he effort to train the men in speaking and conducting meeting. First meeting was held in California, US, and the organization has slowly expanded internationally. Today, there are over 282,000 members in 147 Toastmaster clubs over 144 countries. UM Toastmaster Club is part of Toastmaster International that has been operating since 2007. The first meeting was held at Faculty of Language and Linguistics, and it has produced graduates with good public speaking, communication, and leadership skills. Next. Yeah. Next. Okay. The today meeting will be classified into 4 parts: humorous, speech briefing, prepared speech, table topic, and evaluation. In humorous speech briefing, our guest speaker will explain how a humorous speech contest works in conjunction with the club humorous speech contest on the coming Sunday. In the prepared speech season, club members attend pathway project and present to members and guests. Table topic season allows guests and members practice impromptu speaking and thinking. In evaluation, speakers get constructive feedback by evaluator and technical role player. Next. And now I am going to introduce the three role players who will help everyone to improve. First, let's invite our Grammarian Fatimah Nabihah binti Muhammad Khalid to introduce her role. Fatimah, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you can introduce your role.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage, and I will take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. So, as grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So, for today's meeting, the word is guardian, which means someone who protects, watches over, or takes care of someone or something. For example, of the usage, first, as a mentor, you become a guardian of someone's potential and confidence. And second, in challenging times, friends often reveal themselves as silent guardians. So each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, and I will give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting, and also report on the usage of word of the day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to the grammarian. So the next role is the timer. So our timer is Iman Sofea. Are you here?
Yes.
Okay, you can introduce your role.
Okay, so good evening, Toastmasters. I'll be your timer, and as my title suggests, I'll be timing the speeches and evaluations for today. I'll show green when you've reached the minimum required time, yellow when you've reached the halfway mark, and red when your time is up. There will also be a 30-second buffer for every speech. Thank you.
And let's invite our art counter, Siti Sarni Nurain binti Muhammad Sharif, to introduce her role.
Hello, thank you, TME. I'm your R counter for the evening. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds used as a crutch or pass filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may be and repeated words such as I, or this means, and I will record each speech crutch uttered by speakers and role players and present to you my report during the Alcanta report session. Over to you, TME. Thank you.
Thank you to our art counter. Without further ado, let's begin our first season, humorous pitch briefing. Let me invite our guest speaker, Saiful Ikram Selamat, distinguished Toastmaster from Shah Toastmaster Club, to give the briefing of humorous speech. Welcome.
Thank you, our Toastmaster of the evening. Yes, it is in session, not in season. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're talking about this session is an open session. You can open up your mic. You can switch on your mic. You can ask me during the chat because I want some interaction because I'm not going to give you a lecture, more toward a discussion. What is humorous speech all about? So before that, what can anybody tell me? What's the difference between using speech, humorous speech, or using humor in the speech? What's the difference?
One is specially need humor, and then another one you can choose to talk either one humor or no humor or any other stuff.
Okay, that's good. Right. Why we need humor in the speech? Ikhtifar?
Because we want to attract the audience and we want to be funny.
Yeah, attract the audience, want to be funny. Anything else? How about Siti? Don't be serious, Siti. Just answer lah.
Why we need humor in speeches, you mean?
Yeah.
I think there are some certain speeches, like types of speeches that just need that element.
Okay. There's two certain speeches that element. And how about Ming Kang?
Nika not funny.
It's okay. Why you need humor in the speech?
I think it helps to strengthen some points in a better way because people are gonna be more related if you put some humor in it. Yeah.
Okay. Before that, can I have anybody to just off the video of the slide?
Let's.
No, because it's going to fill up the face. Anybody just off the slide?
Handsome face.
Yeah lah, so little face lah. Okay, now I can see big face. Right. There's four things you have to remember when you do humor. Number one, you need to grab attention. Because when we start with humor, people start to remember you because laughter is the best medicine, isn't it? And then what our rough Sismali say, we learn more in the moment of enjoyment. So humor, that's in the most important part. It's got to grab attention. Number two, to build connection. When we laugh together, at a certain point, we can build the rapport. It's the easiest way to build rapport with your audience. Yeah. And the third one, actually to break the ice. Have you been in discussion where everything is so serious, tension? For example, let's say Ming Kang in the physics department talking about string theory. Everything was so intense. And that intention, when you have a certain humor, you can break it. Then everybody can relax. Because that is one of the purpose of humor. And the last one, that is for to break the ice, and the last one to retain retention lah, yeah, to enhance retention. Have you been I think all of you have been in a long lecture in the lecture hall where you have your lecturer speaking on and on and on and on for 1 hour. What happened? I think most of you are after 15 minutes gone already. Don't know what's going to happen. And that, when you have humor, it does help that. So, other than that, Lit Wei,
Yes, sir.
what kind of humor there is?
Think there's explicit humor.
Explicit
And
humor.
yeah, which we explicitly say out, we mean to be funny, but there's also implied humor. So we say something that is not classically humorous, but the audience will think that it is funny. So I think both ways work.
Both ways work. Yes, I think, yeah, true. Something like that. Konyet, what's humor for you? What type of humor that you not understand? Oh, James. James, do you want to answer? Or no? Okay. When you're talking about humor, there's a lot of humor. The first humor is very simple, self-deprecating humor. Talk about ourselves. I know I'm not that handsome, but most important, I'm not hamsap. See? That is self-deprecating. Not handsome is okay, but handsome is not okay. So most people can relate to that. But one of the most things right now, when you do self-deprecating, you must allow a bit like chuckle a bit lah, showing that you are humor. You are just making fun of yourself. Okay. The second one is basically observational humor. You see everything you like. For example, last night I saw Ikhtifar walking. I don't know why he's walking like a duck. Maybe lah, he got sunburn in his ball.
Too much fun, that's like too much fun.
That's why we observe that Ikhtifar walking like a duck. They are observer. Or something like anecdote, a short story, personal story. I'm in a meeting today. I'm in a meeting today. Everybody is headlock. We have 5 head department, 5 manager from 5 different company want to get the meeting, want to get the objective of the project. Suddenly, a bit fart and the smell of patai. Everybody look at each other. No one to admit who's the one who fart. That is also another short story, a bit of twist. Or you can be hyperbole, exaggerate. Ming Kang was so handsome. The whole girl in Thailand was chasing him. Now he have to go outside Thailand in order to survive. Also hyperbolic or wordplay. Hope so. Oh yeah lah, I forgot Ming Kang gay. That is wordplay. So by doing that, by understanding the type of humor that you have, and that is where coming in. So in humorous speech, you can use those kind of humor into part of it. But you have to remember, a speech is still a speech, not a stand-up comedy. Most of the humorous speech, we have problem. We have 5 after 5 after 5 seconds one joke, 5 seconds after one joke, 5 seconds one joke. It won't work. It's not stand-up comedy. It is much better to build a speech, then you inject humor in it. And you have to remember, avoid this 4 things when you do those jokes. Yeah, this is very important. Yeah, the rules. Number 1, offensive or crude joke. For example, like I say, Ming Kang is gay. That is crude joke, offensive, because I know Ming Kang is not gay. He's just uncertain. So that's crude joke. Don't do that. Okay? Or directly to somebody on that part. Don't. Second one, racial, religious, or gender-based joke. Because when you're talking about Toastmaster, you have to remember the 3R. We try to avoid race. We try to avoid SRP, sex, religion, and politics. Try to avoid that. Either you want to do tastefully or not, because you don't know during the judges who doing the judging, they might get offended. Yeah, on that part. And the third one, which is important, and usually is happen during the club meeting, inside joke. Inside joke that very few they understand. That is the problem. For example, let's say you have Joshua. Joshua is from Penang. Am I right, Joshua?
Sorry?
Joshua, are you from Penang?
No, not
Or
from.
you're from UM? Oh yeah, you UM. I thought I saw the face there. No. I thought the Joshua another from meeting. So all of you are from UM Toastmaster Club. You have your own certain joke. For example,
from Seremban.
Huh?
From Seremban.
From Seremban, for anything. So they have their own inside joke. The judge doesn't know about the joke. So avoid that. And the last one is a long story without punchline. Okay. A secret of punchline is in terms of intonation, vocal variety, and pauses are the most important weapon. Never rush your punchline. For example, yesterday I was walking along and I saw Harshini. What's Harshini doing here? Oh, she just want to have some boba tea. The pause make you wait. Why you Saiful saw Harshini? What happened to Harshini? What is going on? And that is the power of pauses. Power of pauses, with the good pauses, you can deliver a very good punchline. So for the story, do not have a long story with no punchline. Make it short. So that's important. So remember, 4 types of humor you want to avoid. 1, offensive or crude joke. 2, the sex, religion, and of course, the racial, political joke, gender-based or something like that. Number 3, inside joke that only few of you know. Yeah. Number 4, a long story. You go around Thailand, everything, coming back to Saga, people are got lost in the joke, in the humorous speech when you have too long story. Yeah. So by knowing that, so we can recap back in any humorous speech. 1, humorous speech is still a speech. It must have structure, opening, body, and conclusion. That's important. Rules number 2. Before you start your speech, actually, you need to do first thing, know your audience. Because when you know your audience, you know what kind of joke that is suitable. For example, you see your audience is all young people. Use young people joke. Janganlah kau tengok, don't you see all the people are this young people, then you took some bloody 60s punya joke that nobody understand. Know your audience. Number 3, which is important. When you do your joke, remember this is not a stand-up comedy. Make sure your joke, your anything humor you want to put inside must be in sequence with your content. Don't talk about I'm driving a car through KL. Suddenly you make a joke about monkey in the jungle. It's not relevant. So make sure your humor and the joke and the story content ran together, because humor was supposed to enhance the story content. Usage of Malay detected. Yes, I'm Malaysian. What to do? Malaysian campur-campur. And understand that and try to avoid the 4 things, which is offensive, racial, inside joke, understand, and long story. That's important. I always say that because that usually kill any humorous speech. That's a major killer. When you put that inside, especially when you have judges that mostly women, suddenly you're doing the woman joke, definitely you will kalah. Simple as that. You see a lot of men's everything, then you do sex joke, memang you kalah. Or you can see some of it, or you see racial joke, memang you kalah. So make sure you choose what kind of humor that you want to choose. And lastly, which is very important, enjoy yourself by doing the humorous joke. But avoid laughing before the audience laugh. Because there is cases, before you manage to deliver your humor, you laugh first, and people go, what's happening? Because people don't understand who's you're laughing. Okay? I think that should be, my time is up, isn't it? 10 minutes, isn't it? Where's my timer?
Oh, we didn't time this. We just let you to.
You give me 10 minutes, I prepare 10 minutes lah. So suddenly why I don't see any time coming up?
We never time. So you can go on and on. Jangan stop.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
That is a joke. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, any question before I close my session? Yeah. Any question?
I have a question.
Yep.
How to make crude jokes don't sound crude?
How to make crude joke don't sound crude? 2 ways to do it. 1, you can confuse them. 2nd, you can confuse them. How do you confuse them? A crude joke can be confused by using modern term, scientific term, relevant event. So they can get confused or convinced either way. Because sometimes the joke is too crude to go ahead with it. But if you can get away with a crude joke, if you have the right audience, remember that. If you have the right audience, you can get away with any joke. But in contest, don't do that. Because we don't know who is your judges, and the judges will be offended. When the judges is offended, you are out. So that's why know your audience, very important. Okay, anything else? Any question? Does that answer the question, Ikhtifar? Okay, all right. Anyone, anything to ask? Siti, any question?
Yeah, I do actually. How to be funny?
There's no such thing of being funny. Because sometimes I'm a researcher, as you know that. And it's not easy to be funny. Even I have to take engaging humor in order to become funny. Then I realized something. Being funny is not about having to laugh at others. The first rule is right now, are you able to laugh at yourself? You must be able to have the ability to laugh at yourself. Then you will have the ability to laugh with others. Because sometimes people, we are taking our life too serious. And that make your funny bone froze. You must be able to laugh at yourself. That's the first rule of being funny. Okay, Siti, does that answer the question?
Thank you. No.
Yeah, it's take practice lah. I know. It's not easy. Last question before I close the session.
I have a question.
Yes, Connan.
Yeah, so what if you make a joke, you thought it was very funny in your head, but then no one is laughing at it?
Oh.
Just because it's like cold or something.
The key of it, never laugh at any of your joke. That is the main key. If you make the joke, never laugh at your own joke.
What he means is,
I
let's say
know.
he made a joke, but people never laugh.
That's why I say the key is never laugh at your own joke. By doing that, people don't know whether it's a joke or not. That's the key. Because sometimes we never know how other people taste. What's the taste? How they like their joke. So never laugh at your own joke. When you see people laughing, then you can laugh. That's the indicator. So even your joke bomb, you never know. Okay? Connan? That's Connan. Connan pula. Connan lain. Connan.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right. I think that's all for now. We have a 3:34 according to the agenda. My session is finished and back to Toastmaster of the evening.
Okay, thank you. Saiful Ikram, Selamat, distinguished Toastmaster. Now let's invite the presenting officer, Harshini, to present a certificate of appreciation to Mr. Saiful.
Okay, let me take the photo once everyone ready.
What's that?
Please wait, my slide here is lagging. Sorry.
Ayo, Iman, you sleeping? You don't time me?
No. We let you time to because you will like to learn more because we are new to this.
That's the reason why you have a DTM. You should time your own speech.
Oh lah, because you have 4 speeches, ma.
If you are curious, I think it took about 14 minutes.
No, but never mind. It's okay. Well, housekeeping rules.
Yeah.
My slide is lagging. Please wait.
Oh, yo.
Oh, gosh.
I think for you to upgrade your computer, lah, Keith.
Sorry?
You need to upgrade your computer.
Saiful,
Oh gosh.
he's a student. You should support him by giving some money for the upgrade.
Oh, you thought I don't have children ah? I got 4 children or 3 children in a college oh.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I saw that. All right.
I will take a photo once everything's ready.
Okay. Oi, ayo. What happened?
I'll share for you first.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Mr. Saiful, for his insightful sharing. Now, next move to the next session, prepared speech session. In this session, club member attend project cluster in Toastmaster Pathway program and present to us. Next. Pathway Learning Experience is the educational program clustered by Toastmaster International to allow members develop 5 core competencies, including public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategy leadership, management, and confidence. With 6 specialized paths to choose from, members can achieve different goals based on what their goal in Toastmaster Club. Next. Today, let's witness a total of 3 members presenting their pictures. So our first speaker, Lit Wei, will do his level 1 icebreaker. I do like to invite her evaluator, Iman Junaibin Muhammad Ashraf, to lead his purpose statement. Welcome, Iman.
Can you hear me right?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, Lit Wei. I'm evaluator for today. I'm going to be evaluator, and your project statement for this speech is for you to introduce yourself to the club and learn the basic structure for public speech. That is all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Iman. His pitch is 4 to 6 minutes. The timer will show a green card at 4 minutes, yellow card at 5 minutes, and the red card at 6 minutes. Speaker is consistent over time after 6.5 minutes. Let's welcome Lit Wei presenting The Joy of Parenting. The Joy of Parenting, Lit Wei, the desk is yours.
Well, thank you to the Toastmaster of the evening. Good evening to our esteemed guest speakers, distinguished Toastmasters, and fellow Toastmasters. Just a disclaimer, I'm here today to share my thoughts and my road to parenthood, not to persuade you to do the same. One of the most fulfilling experiences in life could be becoming a parent. However, a growing number of couples choose to have no children. These days, pets are the new infants. So unfortunately, my parents weren't prepared to support me when I was born, and I practically grew up with my grandparents. It was one of the factors that led me to shy away from having a child earlier. Getting pregnant was actually the simplest stage. Even my most vivid fantasies did not prepare me for the trials that were ahead. At 20 weeks of pregnancy, an ultrasound examination revealed that my daughter had a single umbilical artery. In the normal infant or fetus, there should be 1 vein and 2 umbilical arteries in an umbilical cord. So, the parameters in the ultrasound examination acquired indicated that my daughter's size is at least 1 standard deviation smaller compared to the population average of the same developmental stage. It was a stark contrast to the positive news that we had received previously during the antenatal genetic screening earlier, It revealed a baby girl with 46 chromosomes and no genetic abnormalities. During these tough times, we discovered how crucial family support is. Work colleague support is equally vital. Unfortunately, I had neither. My daughter was delivered term, fortunately, at 40, not 40 weeks, 38 weeks of pregnancy, weighing 2.3 kilograms. It was just slightly shy of the normal 2.5 kilograms. As if it wasn't horrible enough, my wife began to experience postpartum blues. She was depressed and she had trouble sleeping. And my mother-in-law blamed me for it. Fast forward into the future, my daughter caught up in terms of both weight and height. It was a life-changing event to watch her grow up. It was one thing to learn about human development from the textbooks in medical school, but it is entirely different to experience it myself. From the goggle-eyed newborn to the infant beginning to turn her body around. Then she will look at us in the eyes and smile. Slowly, she began to learn to sit, to crawl, to stand, and finally walk. Fortunately, all her developmental milestones were age appropriate. As my child developed into a healthy toddler, my wife's mental health improved, and I was able to reconcile with my in-laws as well. My daughter recently turned 19 months old. She's now a cheeky, independent toddler who dislikes having others to hold her hand while she walks. She's the most mischievous child that I have the pleasure to take care for. But when she gets tired, she'll want us to carry her for the remainder of the journey. She sometimes calls me Dada, and at other times, Mama. Sometimes I wonder how this confusion occurs, as she's completely aware of the distinction between tigers, roar, elephants, oh, and fish. The most satisfying aspect of parenting is getting home, opening the door, and being welcomed with the loudest Dada or Mama on occasion, followed by my daughter running to the door with joy in her eyes. So, if you would ask me, will I do it all over again? My answer is yes, definitely. And any members of the audience would like to guess the name of my daughter? Anyone? No, and then I'll just review it. Yeah, Zhi Jun, want to try?
I only know the surname is Ong.
Of course. What else would it be? So my daughter's name is Joy. Okay. So parenthood is unpredictable. But one thing I know is that joy will always remind me why it is all worth it. I wish you all a good evening.
Thank you, Lit Wei. Lit Wei has just delivered his first ever pitch in Toastmasters. Let's give him a standing ovation.
Oh! Congrats.
Okay, next, let's welcome our second speaker, Eugene. Next slide. Our second speaker, Eugene Teng Leong. Eugene Teng Leong is doing his level 1 writing a speech with purpose. His speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Timer will show green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. Speaker is consistent over time after 7.5 minutes. I do like to invite his evaluator, Zhi Jun, PN5, to lead the purpose statement.
Toastmaster Eugene, the purpose of this project is for you to review the basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. And I have confirmed with Toastmaster Eugene about his speech purpose is to entertain. So, best of luck. Back to you, Toastmaster Evening.
Thank you, Zhi Jun. Let's welcome Eugene Teng Eugene presenting Sand Flat Different White. Sand Flat Different White. Eugene Teng Eugene, best of luck.
Thank you, Toastmaster Teng Leong. Is it true? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Teng Leong. So why I'm choosing this as my topic, and I'm holding my IC right now. I think I can't solve it. So I'm holding my IC for your information that I'm born and raised in a place as known as Negeri di Bawah Payung. That's what we call as Sabah. Yes, I'm a proud Sabahan, proven by this letter, hatch. Yeah, can you see the hatch? Yes, right. I think can, right? So I think yes. At the bottom right of my identification card. So, but wait, that's not the true story. While I was born in Sabah, my dad, which one of my guardian, grew up in Cebu, Sarawak. Technically, I'm not just a Sabahan, I'm also a Sarakian. Or I think I'm calling me as a Borneoan. Yes, Saiful, you are correct. I'm a Borneoan. I grew up in East Malaysia, speaking with a Sabahan slang and living like a East Malaysian lifestyle. But now I'm here in Peninsula for pursuing my degree, or what many of us in Sabah and Sarawak call it as a KL, included Selangor as well. So Selangor plus KL, we all live as KL. Coming here is like entering a different world. But the first thing I've noticed, where are all the Hilux? Yeah, back to my home. Every house have a Hilux. In fact, I drive out from my home. I'm confident that at least half of the user, half of the driver are using Hilux. It's more like our Borneo official national car. Why so many? It's a simple question. It's a simple answer. Our road is really tragic. So let I relate it to you. Like from KL to Ipoh, that's about 210 kilometers. If there's no traffic jam or anything happen, it just take you maybe 2 to 3 hours. But in here, in Sabah, or my hometown, from Kota Kinabalu to Kudat, which at the top of the Borneo, it takes more than 2 hours to 3 hours or even 5 hours. Guess what? How many km? It's just 150 km only. So that's the Borneo experience. We don't drive for fun. Instead, we are driving for survival. And when I meet my friends here, when I'm entering to UM and tell them I'm from Sabah or Sarawak, I always got these questions. First, do you ride crocodile to school? Is this your public transportations or your transport? Or can you climb tree like a monkey? Or even the most question I got is, do you live on the tree? That's what I see Ikhtifar already said. So I always smile and I say that, no, we just live in a house like you guys. We don't have skyscrapers or any MRT stations that next to our house. Yes, we are behind, but not as behind as what you guys or any people think. This Malaysia may not have much developments, or maybe it's more behind when you firstly coming to Sabah, but we do have our own charm, culture, or community. But here's something that you may not know. That's a fact. Living expenses back to my hometown is more expensive than here. This is proven by all of you guys. Like when you're going to any bookstore, like Popular or any Kinokuniya, the same book costs more in Sabah and Sarawak. I think maybe due to tariff or any logistic issue, I really don't know. The same goes to Shopee and Lazada. Ever tried next day delivery in Sabah? Well, that's impossible to have next day delivery in Sabah. it was one of the biggest cultural shock when I come to KL. So when I order something in KL, and they got the option called next day delivery. When I saw from my phone, like, next day delivery, and then I try it. And do you know, it's really arrived. And then I call my mom, Ma, my things have arrived. I yesterday called my things, it's already arrived. And then my mom was so shocked. Oh, only in Teng Leong, I'm so sorry. But yeah, in KL, I'm really shocked about this kind of things that really happened to me. So, but how longer? It's not longer than when the things, the parcel are coming to Sabah or even Sarawak, in Sarawak. Guess how long do I need to take to wait for my parcel after I order? The longest one, let's take a guess. How long do I need
2 weeks.
to wait for my
2 weeks.
Yes. 2 weeks.
Actually, it's twice of the 2 weeks, 1 month, more than 1 month even. Yeah. And the shipping fee is also more expensive. Like maybe here, more is free, but in there, maybe can cost to up to 30 ringgit per delivery. So that is the cultural shocks that when I came in here. But the entire pace in here is totally different when I'm in East Malaysia. The way the people talk, crossing the road, or even the way they queue, everything's move faster. Yet, despite the difference, I've come to appreciate the experience. Yes, as my topic, same flag, different white. At the end of the day, we all sing the same negara group. We all celebrate Merdeka. We all craving for nasi lemak. We are one country, with just many beauty versions of what being Malaysian look like. Malaysia is more like a nasi campur. There are many things you can choose. There are many things that are very variable. So, to those who are asking again, do you live in the tree? No, but thanks for reminding me how important it is to tell my story. I stand here today as a proud Sabahan, a Sarawakian by heritage, a Borneoan by heart, and a Malaysian by soul. Different white, yes, but under the same flag, and that's what makes Malaysia truly special. Thank you so much, and thank you for the time.
Okay, thank you, Eugene. Thank Eugene for his story. So let's welcome the third speaker, Harshini Umala, on the dash. Harshini is doing her level 1 evaluation and feedback. Her pitch is 5 to 7 minutes. Timer show green cut at 6 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red cut at 7 minutes. Speaker is considered overtime after 7.5 minutes. I would like to invite her evaluator, Shin Yin, to read her purpose statement.
So the purpose for speech, okay, the purpose statement is the purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a sorry, I think I looked it wrong. Is there the slide?
Because I think she's doing her second speech. I think that's correct.
Evaluation for Harshini, right?
Prepare pitch for Harshini. Yeah, correct.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Ask Harshini lah.
We'll put up.
Ask Harshini lah, which piece you're doing?
I'm doing second speech.
Okay, that's answer.
Second pitch.
Go.
Okay, Harshini is doing his second pitch. So same title, right? Evaluation and feedback.
Sorry, could you put up the slide back again for the purpose statement?
Sorry, the slide for the purpose statement.
Is it I need to read the purpose statement or?
The slide is there already.
Yeah, the slide is here
Is it?
already.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think there's some technical issue.
Ikhtifar, you hide the slide, ah?
Uh,
I don't want people to finish their speeches so fast.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I found it. So the purpose statement of this project is for the member to practice applying the feedback received from her first speech into her second one.
Thank you, Shin Yin. Let's welcome Harshini presenting her topic title, Jack of all trades, master of none. Jack of all trades, master of none. Harshini, the text is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. So, first and foremost, good evening to guests and fellow Toastmasters. Now, there once was an individual who jumped into anything and everything, sometimes due to parental advice and other times due to sheer boredom. Has been living in this earth for 19 years and 11 months and yet has never mastered anything to be known for the one. So, who am I talking about here? Well, no one can diss myself better than myself. So, yes, this human being is me. So, when I was young, just like most of my friends, which is not many, we always went to extracurricular activities. We, aside from our tuition, we also went to one art class and another musical class of any instrument. This was the basics. Me and my friends, we were the guardians of the galaxy, Bentong edition. Anywhere and everywhere, every competition you could see us. Science fair, musical competition, speech, storytelling, choir, we were there. So, apart from these classes, also I specifically went to ballet classes. That was a phase. I also went to classical, dance, and music classes. I learned golf as well. And I was managing all of this because my mother told me, you have to join this to instill discipline. If not, you're just going to run around the house doing nothing. And I joined. Was I talented? Well, that's up for debate. But some I enjoyed, some I did not. I mean, who wants to wake up on a Sunday morning just to run around the driving range 3 times and do 150 squats for warming up? I certainly did not at 9 years old. Now, as I went to high school, I did not pursue most of this. I learned the elementary, the fundamentals, and I gave up. I said, this is not for me. When I went to high school, what should I have been doing? Focused on studying, right? Makes sense. I did not. I dabbled into every arts and crafts you can find in Instagram. And it's not just about painting and origami. I did calligraphy, English lettering. I used glass pen, fountain pen, brush marker. I even invested my parents' money into buying those sets to use. So and so, in my room, I still have a Bob Ross setting for me to pursue oil painting of black silhouettes during sunset and sunrise. While painting like Bob Ross, the painting was not of Bob Ross quality. But I just like to imagine I was. So, you've heard of all the shenanigans I went through, what I have dabbled in. But did I ever mention that I mastered any of it. I did not. The sad truth was, yes, I did everything. I joined everything. But I persuaded my parents and pursued everything, not because I had a real passion for it. It was just FOMO, fear of missing out. I wanted to be the one who can say, I did this, I tried this, I can do this, and I just wanted to show off in a way. And when did I realize this? I realized I never really had a passion or a drive for any of these things until I joined Toastmasters. Why? Because if I put in half the effort that I put in for Toastmasters now, I would have been top 20 national players of golf instead of bottom 20. And sadly, it took me time to accept the reality of it. It was not a lack of effort. I mean, there was. And it was not a lack of pure talent because I was good at some of the activities that I dabbled in. It was rather the lack of drive and passion that actually made me put in more effort. I went to class. I did not feel the need to put in drive because I just did not think that, oh, I want to pursue this more. Compare to me being in Toastmasters, where even if I'm sleepy or I'm tired or I realize that I forgot to draft my speech last minute, I will commit to it. I will draft my speech, I will train it and make sure I deliver it. This is the dedication that I wanted to have in my life that was missing until I joined Toastmasters. So, what do I want to share with everyone here today? Well, what I wanted to share is that sometimes you learn it the hard way that just pure talent is not everything. You need to have the drive and passion with effort, obviously, to be the one. So, Jack of all trades, master of none is not just a proverb, but rather a reflection of my life till now. Now, after I've joined Toastmasters, my only hope is to make master of none to master of one. That's all from me for now, and thank you.
Okay, thank you, Harshini, for her insightful sharing. Last but not least, let's invite our fourth speaker, Teng Leong PM2. Teng Leong now is doing his level 3 persuasive speaking. His speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Timer show green cut at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, and red at 7 minutes. Speaker is considered overtime after 7.5 minutes. I do like to invite his evaluator, Joshua Lim PM4, to lead his purpose statement. Joshua, are you here?
Yes. Thank you, Toastmasters of the evening. So to create, the purpose of your project is for you to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech at a club meeting. Back to you.
Thank you, Joshua. Let's welcome Teng Leong PM2 presenting Speak It Out. Speak It Out. Teng Leong, the dash is yours. Hello, Teng Leong, are you here?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, the dash
Okay.
is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Speak it out. Wise up. Have you ever been treated unfairly, but you choose to keep silence? Maybe just a casual, if you wrong amount of change, or your food served wrong on cold. And instead of, hey, manager, you say, never mind lah, just 50 cents. Just Lasa to carry me is okay for me. Sound familiar? Yet, you're not alone. Sometimes I also do that. But here is the thing. When we stay silent, some of the small problems grows into the big one. Thus, we should speak up. Whether it's about our right as a customer, as a student, a worker, or simply just a human being. Because if we don't speak up, who will? Let's give a simple example that I have experienced just a few days. In the past Fridays, I've dinner with my family at a Thai restaurant in Iowa City Mall. We go for a promotion set that comes with 3 dishes. However, when the curry chicken served to us, the amount of the whole dish, I can just count with my hands. 5 chickens, 3 pieces of potato, 2 pieces of carrot. I thought to myself, okay, promotion set. It should be a small portions. However, my parents says, although it's a promotion set, why just not say in the term and condition, it should serve us with the original portion. So they call the manager come and ask for a change. Yes, the manager changed for us. And this incident inspired me to talk this topic today, speaking out. In fact, in Malaysia, according to our Ministry of Domestic Trade and Cost of Living, it says that Malaysia has a rise in consumers complaining, about 45% since 2023 until now. It's a good sign. As there is a complaint, the company will be more cautious and maintain their quality. This is a small example about me. Now, let's talk about more about gender equality. Around the world, and right here in Malaysia, there's a lot of women face unfair treatment, whether they just go one for a promotion in job, or harassment in uni or school, or they are just judged by the people about how they dress. Come on, 21st century, how can that do again? But not just about women. Men also face gender inequality. In our society, a lot of people say that men should be tough, should not be soft. No, men should hide their emotion, and this is not true. Thus, we should wise up, and it's so important that that's the movement of #MeToo, #HeForShe. Such movements that will improve gender equality have a power to move this step forward. So when we speak out, whether it's in school, in office, or just online, we're not just raising our voice, we are changing the system for the better. Now, we come to the most serious case about bullying and harassment of the victim, but the victim choose to silence or passively being silenced. According to United Nations International Children's Emergency Funds, they say that in Malaysia, there's nearly 1 out of 3 students being bullied in school. However, according to our education departments, says that since 2021, there's only 9,000 of bullying case happens. It shows that what? It shows that there's a lot of bullying cases silence or being silenced. It reminds us of a tragic case in 2017, which a university student in UPNM, Shufaham, was tortured to death by his peer. I will not say peers, some bullies, that someone has sent an anonymous letter to save his life to the military hospital. However, for not knowing reason, the letter does not expose and the incident doesn't stop and cause the student pass away. And there also an incident that recently happened is at SM Kit Hua. That a few years, that's a teacher sexually harassment a few students, and the students reported to the school authorities. However, it's so sad there's no further investigation happened about this from the school authorities. And the students, some silence, and some choose to go to online. They wise up. However, the most disappointing things come up. The school authority try to cover up the incidents and ask the student to not to or look on online. As a guardian, how could you just close and cover the incidents? As a guardian, if my wise out and witness silence, you are the only support to wise out for them. Of course, I know speaking out isn't easy. Some people will worry if I speak up, if I wise up, what if I lost my job? What if the people doesn't believe in me? Yes, I admit that that's a valid fears, but it's not the reason that you not choose to not wise up and speak up. As all of us, we must work together. As students, as teachers, as workers, as a HR department in the office, and even the government, we should work together to protect the victim, to have a society that support the whistleblower, to protect them, ask them to wise up. Imagine the world, not world, I say, let's imagine smaller scales, Malaysia, where everyone voice was matter. A student can report harassment without fear. A worker can demand fair treatment. Every customer was respected. Is that the society with bright future? So, next time, just when you feel something treated unfairly, voice it out, speak it out. And you see someone was treated unfairly, help them to voice out and speak up. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Koon, for your insightful sharing. Voting session. Let's vote for the best project speaker.
Okay, now we will be voting on the best project speaker. Wait, let me launch the poll. Okay, I've launched the poll. You guys can vote. Thirty seconds left. Ten seconds left. We need 2 more votes. Okay, time's up. I've got the best speaker.
Okay, with that, the project speech session is going to stop here. Thank you once again for all the speakers. Share with us your story. So next, let's begin our second season, table topic season. This season allows guests and members practice impromptu speaking. Each speaker will be given 2 minutes for their impromptu speech. Now I shall pass the test to the table topics master, Toastmaster Muhammad Ikhtifar Rafi, PL5, EL5. So,
All right.
Ikhtifar, are you here?
Soon to be DTM.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmasters of the evening, for the kind introduction. Before I start my session, I would like to beseech the guardian of our meeting, the Zoom master, to off the screen so that I can see everyone. I'm using phone, so I can see the screen share.
So I've stopped my sharing.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you, guardian of the meeting. All right. So tonight, I am your table topic master. So for the next 15 minutes or so, your attention is supposed to be on me. Since our Toastmasters of the evening have explained the timing rules, I will not go and explain it again. But I'm going to explain what is table topics. Table topics is a practice where you learn how to speak impromptu. For example, you forgot the previous Valentine, which is on the 20th of May. Your girlfriend say, this year no gifts. So that is when table topics come in play. And of course, the most famous one, your lecturer says that, Koon, where's your assignment? That's when table topics come. And the last practice to be perfect is when you go for interview. Saiful, what is your best quality you can bring to the company? That's when table topics is in play. Now, I know that most table topics will give numbers, colors, alphabets, and everything, right? For tonight, I'm going to switch everything. I'm going to base my topic. You will choose the highways in Malaysia to determine what is your topic. And I have got 10 highways: Federal, Guthrie, NKVE, Max, LDP, SKVE, Plus, SUKE, Duke, and Elite. So there's 10 topics to go. And I already have my first victim, which is Wei Xiang. Wei Xiang, are you ready? Not ready. Never mind, Wei Xiang. I choose my next victim. Connan, are you ready?
What are the highways?
Federal, Guthrie, NKVE, Max, LDP, SKVE, Plus, SUKE, Duke, and Elite.
No MPE.
No.
Let's go with LDP.
LDP. All right. Connan, your title is Move to Heaven, Connan. Connan, Move to Heaven.
Who here would love to go to heaven? Oh, I see quite a few hands raised. Well, I understand you guys. But think about it. How hard would you have to work to go to heaven? You will have to spend your entire life doing good deeds. You cannot slip up. I mean, sure, you can have a few slip ups here and there, but one too many, and you'll be back where you started on earth, or according to some other religions, you'll end up in the opposite, that being hell. So, my proposal to everyone here, why not do bad things? And instead of moving to heaven, let's all go to hell together. Because Why be a servant in heaven when you can commit so many sins that you become the king of hell? Imagine it. You go to hell, you face punishment, but you'll be celebrated as a legend for decades, centuries, and even millennia to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Conan, for the inspiring speech. Now I know you're into SM. Good choice of hobbies. Next, I'd like to have a volunteer.
May I?
Before to Saiful. All right,
Yes.
Saiful. You have Federal, Guthrie, NKVE, Max, SKVE, Plus, SUKE, Duke, and Elite to choose from.
Give me suka-suka.
Suka-suka. All right. Suka-suka.
Yeah.
Saiful, the good bad mother. Saiful, the good bad mother.
The good bad mother. Ladies and gentlemen, when I hear the question, I remember one clause. It is necessary to become cruel in order to become merciful. Because sometimes we need to make tough decisions in order to secure the good thing. For example, let's say we see Connan already redeemed himself to have the biggest sin in this world. I don't know, maybe he will lead the next genocide in Malaysia. In order to be merciful, we have to kill him first. So it's betterment for others. Is it bad or is it good? It's bad to kill Connan, but it's a good for humankind. So it is depend on the perspective. How certain thing could be bad in other people's perception, but sometimes it could be good. So, ladies and gentlemen, please don't judge anybody before when you see their act in action, because that must be some reason behind it. Like Ikhtifar, still not having a girlfriend until now. The reason is he's still looking. He want to adventure. He want to live a free life. Not because he does not have anybody, but he want to have a free life, the freedom. There's a reason behind it. So, ladies and gentlemen, a bad or good way is just based on your perspective. Thank you. Back to you, Tifa.
Thank you, Saiful. I was expecting a different type of table topics content, but this works. All right, can I have the next volunteer before I call you guys? I'm looking at someone. All right, is Zhen around?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yo, Zhen. Choose the highway that I stated in the chat group.
Yes, let me see. Highway. Wait, so which has been chosen?
So have been, I mean, the one that chosen I already deleted out. So all of them are fresh.
Okay. And hello, okay. So I'll choose MEX then.
Okay, MEX, the Highway of Rosemar. Your title is okay. Zhen, Guardian Angel. Zhen, Guardian Angel.
Guardian Angel. Now, when I first heard about this very interesting topic, yes, it actually relates to the previous topic where you have to be cruel to be kind to others, which guardian angel sounds to me is in order to be an angel, in order to protect something, sacrifices must be made. And it actually relates to one of my one of the things that I really care about, which is my sister actually. The thing is, it's not to sacrifice something, but sometimes for me, my decision would be really to get her out into the society to really learn it her way, to learn it the hard way, so that she can learn to defend herself. We might not be able to protect those who we love around us all the time, 24/7. But what we can is that we can prepare them for it. So we could be the angels, but they are the guardians for themselves. So it's a hard decision to make, but definitely something that I believe this is a decision that I'm willing to give, because in life, in society, there's so many things that could push us down, but we must learn how to get back up and how to be resilient to overcome all the challenges that the life throws at us. And the timing signal. Okay. And so that is that. And in this society, it's like a school of hard knocks, where we learn things by doing mistakes. So I believe that is the best way for someone to learn. And that is why I could be the angel and she could be her own guardian. Back to you.
Thank you, Jason. Now I know that your philosophy is to push people into the edge and then save them. Ms. Timer, do we have time for one more?
We have time for one more.
All right. So I will choose a person that have not appeared in UMTMC for a very long time. Joshua. So you can choose whatever highways that's mentioned in the chat group except for Max.
I think I'll go with Plus Highway lah.
Plus Highway. Well, that's your favorite highway anyways. You have to go to Penang and Seremban. So Plus Highway. Joshua. Record of youth. Record of youth, Joshua.
Record of youth. Well, for me, my record of youth is through pictures. As I know, Gen Z love to take pictures. A little bit and they'll take a picture. A little bit, a food come out, picture. A little bit, someone wearing a nice clothes or maybe a beautiful scenery, picture, post on Instagram. Look at this. This is a record of my youth. In fact, there was one time where I went out with my friends for a gathering. One of the girls, she said, I want to take all these pictures so that the next time when I have my son or grandchildren, I'll tell them, a boy, a girl, is look at this photo. This was me when I was young. Oh, how I miss those days. Record of youth. Ladies and gentlemen, we only live young once. Once we pass that age, there are some things we can't get back, such as our stamina, or maybe even our youth looks. If some of you care your looks, but I think most of us, we care about our looks, as well as hair fall. I think most men are also afraid of their hair fall as well. But to me, I think record of youth isn't just limited to the pictures, but it is also about the friendships, the people that you meet, as well as the experiences that you gain. And those experiences is proof of the things that you have gone through during your youth. That is your record of youth. Those are a statement that you have break the record of your limitations. Back to you, Ikhtifar.
Thank you, Joshua. Iman, just want to confirm, do we have time for anyone and any more speeches?
According to the agenda, we should be having our intermission now.
Oh, okay. All right. So never mind. I just end my table topics. So in this table topic session, I have used highways to be the options. And also my titles. Can I know if anyone see the pattern on my titles?
Korean drama.
Yeah, clever boy, Ming Kang. A star for you. With that, I will end my session and pass back to the Toastmasters of the evening. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Ikhtifar. Before moving to the back, let's vote for the best topic speaker.
30 seconds left. Oh, everyone has voted, so I'll end now. Okay, I've got the best table topic speaker.
That's fast.
Okay. Now let's take a group photo before we going for a play. At ASAA, Kate, can you help us to take a photo?
Yeah, sure. I'll be taking the photo now. Everyone turn on your camera. 3, 2, 1. Okay, another one. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Another one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, got it.
Okay, thank you, Kate. Now we have a play here. The meeting will be resumed at 9:34 p.m. Okay, you can. Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Teng Leong.
Okay. Now is the evaluation season. Evaluation season is where speakers get feedback and comment from other members of club. A platform improving the public speaking, giving contrastive feedback is also what members are going to learn in evaluation season. Let's start from project speech evaluator. Each project speech evaluator is given 2 to 3 minutes to present. I do like to call upon our first speech evaluator, Iman Muhammad Ashraf, to give the report to our first speaker, Lit Wei. Iman, the desk is yours.
Congratulations on passing your level 1 speech or icebreakers in Toastmasters, and congratulations on finally doing a speech in Toastmasters. And when your speech is about your journey as a parent, watching your mom, like your wife, enter pregnancy, and yeah, that story was quite captivating, and I especially appreciate that since, if I'm not mistaken, you have a medicine background, and when the story was about your wife, sorry, my bad, your wife inside did like an antenatal test. I appreciated that you explained some of the more technical terms, as some of us won't have an idea of what they mean, since some of us are not from a medical background, and that's something that I think that you did great. You give an explanation, a short, simple explanation about technical terms, and I like that your speech, it had a sense of audience participation. You invited the audience to guess your child's name, Joy, and I think it's quite a beautiful name. I believe that she would be the joy of something to joyful to look at when you return back to your home. And for your speech, well, it's not perfect, but we can always improve. And here's some challenges and improvements that I would like for you to implement on your future speeches. One thing I noticed is that your vocal variety is not monotone. It actually is not flat. You actually have some variety in the tone, but I think that you can improve it further, as you can, for example, when your wife did the antenatal screening and you wanted to express that you're feeling nervous, add you can make your voice sound more nervous, change your tone of your voice, and it'll be a extremely effective way of conveying your emotions to the audience. And another improvement I'd like you to make is for your ending. It is quite sweet ending, but it can be better. If you want to create something that you want to leave an impact on your audience, you can perhaps end it in something more like something like a question. You can ask, well, what is this? What is something that you would like to come back to your home and see? Something you can ask a question that is related to your speech, directed to the audience, and they can. So it's a form of making your audience remember your speech. And that is all. And just in conclusion, I love that your speech is good structure and you involve the audience inside your speech. And for improvements, you can do a bit more of vocal variety and make a have a stronger ending. And I hope that you continue to become the guardian for your daughter. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Aimaan. I hope only we have learned something from you. Now, let's invite our second speech evaluator, Zhi Jun, PN5, to give the report to our second speaker, Eugene Teng Leong. Zhi Jun, the desk is yours.
Hi, Eugene. Congrats for completing your second speech in Toastmasters, which is writing a speech with purpose. So from the side of view of the purpose statement, I say, congratulations, you have achieved it, which is you have successfully entertained the audience. Why? You did your entertainment very well that you relate because we can relate to your situation when you are talking about people asking you, you are a Borneoan. And then are you riding the crocodile? Or are you living on the tree? Or even though the chat box, someone asking you, are you living underground? This sounds like when people say to Penang, like, oh, you are from Penang mainland. Penang mainland is not the part of Penang. Penang is at Kedah. Something like the offensive entertainment, but is acceptable on offensive level. And second, your tone is very lively. When you are sharing your personal story as a Borneoan, you use a very casual talking because you are sharing your personal experience. So it's important to remain the tone is lively and then casual and sounds more like sharing your personal story instead of just like reading a script. And third, it's a plus point. I was surprised that you can do a multitasking. When you are sharing the speech, you still can engaging with the audience. Because when I'm chatting, I'm talking about something, reply you about something, and then you still, oh, thank God, the delivery fee is only to the Klang Valley, not to other state also. Yeah, very surprised. Oh, you still can do some multitasking with the audience, which is quite very natural. You are a natural speaker. And there's some improvements. Yeah, you have hooked your attention to us by showing us your IC. And then, but it's a double sword. When you're showing the IC, remember to hide, make sure your IC numbers all are hide completely. And then especially you just want to show the K and then make sure you just show the K and then just make sure your other details like your IC number is fully covered because it's considered a private document. And second, you have a lack of hand gestures. When I notice your camera there, you just showing your hand like this. Oh, people asking you, are you riding your crocodile? You show like this. Are you living on tree? Perhaps you can improve like this. Are you riding a crocodile? Maybe you can show something like riding. And then, or are you live on the tree? You can show like climb on the tree and then shows more variety hand gestures. In short, you successfully entertain the audience and then your tone is very lively and natural. And a plus point is you can multitasking with engaging with audience, respond to audience also. And you can work on your improving your hand gesture, make it more lively. And back to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you, Zhi Jun. Now let's invite our third speech evaluator, Shin Yin, to give the report to our third speaker, Harshini. Shin Yin, the desk is yours.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, Harshini, you have never disappointed us with your speech, and today I think you did a great job as well. So, I was quite fascinated by your title,
which I'm quite curious of who this Jack is. And then when you start your story, you put yourself in the shoes of Jack, you show us the master of all. No, the master of none. What a master of none look like. So since this is your second evaluation and feedback speech, I would like to focus on some of the feedback that you get from last time. So first is the takeaway message, and second is the use of pause. For the takeaway message, I would like to say congrats to Harshini because this time I feel like I could get it, which you start the speech with your personal experience, and then you lead us into believing that you are the master of all, and then there's a plot twist, which you ask the question, did I master any of it? I did not. So you show how a master of all can be a master of none. And you showed us that how we should eliminate the end and to become the master of one, which we focus on something that we are interested in, that we have a patience, we have drive, so that we can master it well. And second is the use of pause. I do see some of the effort in you to trying to incorporate pause in your speech. And something I think you did it is the question, did I master any of it? I did not. You add a pause before you gave up. I did not, which strengthen your impact on the audience. That's a great job. But however, I think that is still a lot of room for improve. Miss up a lot of chance to employ pauses in your speech. Which, for example, there's time where you talk about Toastmaster and then you ask the question, why? Without giving the audience time to respond or time to think about it, you straight away go into your reason, which you miss up the chance to make a suspension in the audience to draw their attention and curiosity towards your speech. And another one is the sentence where you say, it is the lack of drive and patience, which I think you could add in a pause between drive and patience to emphasize on these two elements, which, for example, it is the lack of drive and patience. So overall, I think there's a great speech given. What I feel like you have improved from your last speech is your takeaway message. And for room of improvement, maybe is your use of pauses, which I think you could add in more of those pauses between your words and sentences to create a greater impact on the audience. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Okay, thank you, Shin Yin. How Harshini can improving in her future pitch. So now let's invite our fourth pitch evaluator, Lim PM4, to give the report to our fourth speaker, Ting Koon PM2. Lim, the stage is yours.
Thank you to our Toastmaster of the evening, Teng Leong. Ladies and gentlemen, and especially to our speaker, Koon. There are three types of persuasive speech. Number one, factual, to prove the existence or absence of something. Number two, value persuasive speech, to argue the worth or importance of a belief of an idea. And three, policy, to advocate for a specific course of action or propose changes to existing policies. Today, after listening to Koon's speech, I felt that he has ticked all three of these persuasive speech types. Firstly, I'd like to address the way how Koon presented about proof and evidence to each one of his points in his speech. For example, he mentioned about according to UN Children Emergency Fund, 1 out of 3 student suffers bullying in school. To support his statements about bullies in the education sector, as well as talking about the giving an education evidence as well from the ministry in terms of staying silent and how it will grow bigger inside and the need to speak up. So I find that quite good. The second thing that I like about Koon's speech is those strong eyes of his, as well as his facial expression. I find that the combination of his strong eyes and facial expression not only just tells us how unfair it is when he was given 5 chickens, 3 potatoes, and 2 carrots, even though it is a promotion for his green curry chicken. Even though it seems like he's okay with it, but your facial expression and your eyes tells me everything that I need to know from your experience about that in that restaurant. In terms of improvement, I believe that I find that perhaps you could try asking back your audience to further persuade them into not being silent, but try to voice up whenever they are met with unfairness. For example, after you talk about your story about dining in the Thai restaurant, about receiving the 5 chickens, 3 potato, and 2 carrots, perhaps you may also want to add on your feeling, like were you angry or were you disappointed, and how does your parents feel? Instead of just bring it over, maybe we can add a bit more of emotions into it to give it more depth, to further persuade us into believing, yes, maybe we shouldn't stay silent. We should voice out our opinions so that we can get the right treatment. The second thing that I find that perhaps we can improve on is when you say that your parents, their actions of standing up and voicing out their opinions and it inspires you, perhaps you can also share how, based on that inspiration, did you also voice out and not stay silent. I would love to hear you give a personal story about that experience to persuade me further that, all right, in the next time, maybe I should also stand up and voice out my voice instead of staying silent. In terms of challenge, I find that you also have good hand gestures. Maybe just by positioning your body a little bit backwards, we can see those hand gestures together with those strong eyes and facial expressions to make this speech even more memorable. Overall, what I like about Koon Yeat's speech is his evidence and proof to his points, as well as the strong eyes and facial expressions. In terms of improvements, perhaps you can try to engage with the audience to let them also reflect on the topics that you've presented, as well as give us elaborate more examples related with the topic and how it changes you. In terms of challenge, perhaps you can position yourself in a good angle during a virtual meeting so that we can see your whole body language better. Overall, that is all from me. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Okay, thank you. Hope Koon Yeat can incorporate your lesson in his future pitch. So now let's invite our table topic evaluator, Ming Kang, PM5, to give the report to all the table topic speaker. Ming Kang, you have given 1 minute per speaker. The dash is yours.
Okay, thank you, Teng Leong. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here is my evaluation report for all the table topic speakers. I'll be giving per each speaker 1 good and 1 improvement, right? First speaker is Connan. The title is Move to Heaven. Well, I will admit that this is a very, very difficult and abstract topic. I wouldn't be able to think for something to say right at the time. I will salute Connan that he is able to put out something at least, although not a very long story, still say something. So there's one thing to salute. And also, he also did a twist of the story by persuading us to move to hell rather than moving to heaven. Quite surprising. Here's a tip to Connan and to all of you. If you have nothing to say during a table topics, try to link the topic to yourself. In this context, moving to heaven, I personally am someone who is afraid of death. I would do the table topics like, ladies and gentlemen, are you afraid of death? I am. Heaven sounds like a fun place, peaceful, but I don't want to go there. Now, Here, you now have a whole bunch of stories that you can talk about, your personal stories relating to the incidents when you are thinking about death. So that opens up a whole new category. Next to Saiful, the title is Good and Bad Mother. Saiful has a very thought-provoking message to all of us. Sometimes you need to be cruel to others in order to achieve something that you think is good, maybe just for you. Now, he gave us a very bizarre example. Someone doing a genocide in Malaysia, and should we kill him? I would say this is an example, but it's unlikely to happen in near future. I suggest Saiful to give us an example that happens. Perhaps an example that happens to you, Saiful. What have you done recently that you think is good to you, but might be not too good for other people? That would be good. Next to Zhen with the title Guardian Angel. Now, same to Saiful, Zhen gave us a very insightful, meaningful statement. We can be guardian for others, but in the end, they are their own angels. He gave us a story about his sister. Now, here's the improvement to you, Zhen. I think the context there of your story is lacking. I don't really know the context of your sister. Perhaps you can give a few before you start talking about why you want to protect her and bring her out to the society. Like what happened to your sister in the beginning. Finally, to Joshua, record of youth. Joshua is very good at voice imitation, especially when he talks about mother or parents in general, to keep us attracted. And also, don't forget about the sound effect that he puts. Kacha, kacha. That's very entertaining. I find Joshua's conclusion a bit confusing and weak. I would make it very strong. Pictures are good records of memories, but ladies and gentlemen, it is the memories of experience that make us who we are today. Strong conclusion. Thank you, everyone. Back to Teng Leong.
Okay, thank you, Ming Kang. I hope all speakers will incorporate your feedback into their next speeches. Now, let's vote for the best evaluator.
Thirty seconds left. We need one more vote. Okay, I've got the best evaluator.
Okay, now let's invite our Grammarian Fatimah Nabihah binti Muhammad Khalif to give the report.
Hi everyone. Okay, so today, the usage for the word of the day, which is guardian. So, out of many of the speakers, Koon said the word guardian 2 times, and then during the table topic speech, Chislo say the word 3 times. Okay, and then for a good selection of words, from Lit Wei, it is revolving around how he speak about his daughter, which is my daughter is a source of joy, around that. And then for Eugene, I love the Malaysia is like nasi campur. Okay, that is a good one. And then for Harshini, I like when she used the word shenanigans. And lastly for Kunyit, I like when he emphasized on voiced out and speak out. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatimah. Now, let's invite our art counter, Siti, Sarni, Nurain, Binti, Muhammad Salih, to give the report.
Hi everyone. So I'll go by Toastmaster. So first one is Toastmaster Harshini. She used 1A. Repeated words that she used are among so and well. These are the words that are used repeatedly unnecessarily. The next one is Toastmaster Teng Leong. He used 4 times and 1 repeated word, which is so, which is repeated unnecessarily. The next one is Toastmaster Saiful. 0 0 0 no repeated words, no inappropriate interjections, very well. Next, Toastmaster Lit Wei. 0 0 0 everything, very well as well. And then Toastmaster Teng User. He used so once unnecessarily and many things. He repeated many things twice unnecessarily. Toastmaster Koon Yeat, 0 everything, very well. Toastmaster Iman, he used 1A. Toastmaster Zhi Jun, 0A, 1 so, which is repeated twice. Toastmaster Shin Yin, once so. Toastmaster Joshua and Toastmaster Ming Kang, also 0 everything, very well. Lastly, Toastmaster Fatimah, 0 0 0 no repeated words, no inappropriate interjections. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Siti. Now, let's invite the timer, Iman, Sofea, to give the report.
Well, hang on, let me share my screen so everybody can see. So, okay. So my report will be very short today because as you can see from this report, almost everybody was on time. So good job and congratulations, everyone. The only people who went overtime was Kunyet, who overspent 33 seconds, as well as Joshua, who overspent 1 minute and 1 second for his evaluation session. So for Joshua and for Kunyet, let's make a challenge for next time to be on time. As for the role players, everybody was also on time. Fatimah underspent a bit, 50 seconds, which is not a big issue, but maybe next time we can elaborate a bit more on what mistakes were made and how they can be corrected. All right, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all the role player. I hope every speaker can improve your mistake in the future pictures. Now, we move to the last part of today's meeting, the award ceremony. Okay. Next slide. So the best prepared speech speaker goes to Eugene Teng Yu-ji. Congratulations, Eugene Teng Yu-ji.
Yay! Sabar.
Okay, next.
Wait. Let me take a picture first.
Relax,
Okay.
Teng Leong, relax.
Okay. And proceed.
Okay, next.
Hey, I saw Gao Jin here. Wait. Wait, let me take a picture with our Jean. Sorry, just now didn't saw you. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Wait. The chat box notification keep popping up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
Okay, next. So now we will present the best table topics award.
Yay,
The,
thank you. Congratulations,
the
Saiful.
best table topic awards go to Toastmaster Saiful Ikram Selamat, Distinguished Toastmaster. Congratulations.
Yay, congratulations, Saiful. Good job.
Wait, let me take a picture with you. 3, get ready. Smile. 3, 2, 1. Another one. 3, 2, 1. Wait. 3, 8. Can I take one more because just now accidentally?
Yalah. Take lah.
Okay.
One more thing you have to pay.
Saiful, I also want to take a picture.
Wait, the 3, 2, 1. Okay. Nice now.
Okay. Next. So now we will present the best evaluator. The best evaluator goes to Ming Kang. Congratulations, Ming Kang.
Thank you.
Congrats, Minka. Good for you.
Okay. The chat box notification keep popping up.
Because I order for myself. Don't say that.
Okay. Prepare with your smile. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
So now it will be end of the award ceremony. Congratulations to all the winners. For those who didn't win, don't give up. Try again in the next time. Now I will pass my test to the presiding officer, Harshini. Harshini, the test is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. So, for tonight's meeting, we had the pleasure of having distinguished Toastmaster Saiful giving us tips on humorous speech. I definitely took some notes as well personally to help me on the upcoming speech contest. And also, we got the golden opportunity to actually hear prepared speeches where almost every one of you actually shared a piece of your life to us, a life experience. And I loved it, especially about Hilux in Sabah. I've never been there. There was a fun fact for me, joy of parenting, and also finally about how we must stand up to bullies from Koon. Each and every one of you did it so well. And also, I would like to applaud our table topics master, Ikhtifar, on giving such a intriguing table topics, as well as the way we selected it. The moment he said good, bad mother, I already knew it was K-drama. I was like, okay, there's something going on. And I really loved that. It was a unique twist to it. And overall, it was a good meeting. I had fun, and I hope each and every one of you here had fun. Once again, I would like to thank our guests, distinguished Toastmaster Saiful and Joshua, Presentation Mastery Level 4, for joining us today. And I hope everyone had a good time. And I will officially adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Yay, finish already. Can go eat.
Some announcements.
Okay. Also, there are some announcements. Okay, so on the 1st of June, we are having our humorous speech and table topics contest physically in UM. Also, we will have another physical meeting on the 9th of June. And that 9th of June is considered our last meeting for this semester. And after that, on the 28th of July, we will be having an online meeting during the start of semester break. Also, for all UMTMC members here, we will also share this later, but just for information, Vice President of Education and Vice President of Public Relations are actually recruiting committee members to help us find role players and create posters to make sure the flow is smooth. So later on, I will be sharing the Google form for members to register. There's no interview required. If you're interested, feel free to apply to help our VPE and VPPR. So there's no salary. It's volunteering, free of charge. And we will really appreciate the help from our members. That's all from me. Anyone else wants to do any announcements?
Next slide. Next slide. Next slide.
Okay. So today is the last day to register as contestant. And do register before 11:59 tonight to be part of the humorous speech and table topics contest, which will be held at Day 1 Kuliah 3, Faculty of Science at UM on this Sunday.
Next slide. Next slide. Next slide.
Also, for those who want to join us as audience, feel free to register as well. We are providing free dinner for everyone who will